Right, good evening. Here we are back in VP4TV, back in the Virtual Pool 4 online lobby. We have the possibility of a straight pool tournament starting in about, starting right now, but there are 3 players in it, and I'm not sure whether the tournament needs 4 to be in it. And it's cancelled, so we can forget that idea. So in that case, then, now that there's only 3 in the tournament and it didn't go ahead, let's just go in and have a look around. Straight pool didn't happen. We are into a snooker room. We have somebody called FTD, FTW, whoever the hell that is, representing Ukraine, and Coldest Pillow representing Wales. Needless to say that looking at the difference in the ratings here, FTD, FTW doesn't stand much of a chance. Coldest Pillow was actually touching that red. Had to play away from it. No, he doesn't need to do much with the cue ball to go on a red. I think the yellow squeezes past the brown. Well, maybe not. Bit tight. Where's that cue ball ending up? Well, it's going to be a fairly comfortable red for Coldest Pillow to get started here, and there's points to be had here. Now, all of these reds below the pink there, they all go. Again, provided you take them in the right order, this one needs to go, and that opens up those other 2 there. And when it goes, it opens up all of these 2 that side as well. So there's one problem red that's left. That's the one up there by the blue ball, but long before then, Coldest Pillow will have this frame won. So the break goes to 33. Yeah, well, I've got that sound tweaking program that comes with Logitech G Hub thing that allows me to set the sound settings to what might sound a bit better. I've actually got the surround sound on at the moment. I don't quite like that. But then again, maybe it's because I'm not used to it. VP4 sounds completely different with this surround sound setting on. Well, I went live to cover that straight pool tournament that was due to start at 2:30, but I didn't realise that the tournament needed 4 people in it. I noticed that Stepan had signed up, and I thought, well, we're going to have one player getting a bye, but unfortunately I didn't realise that the tournament was cancelled. So I was looking around for something else to stream. Well, it doesn't need 4. Well, is it not about time somebody told that to Steve? So this frame is well and truly over. Coldest pillow on a break of 63. Well, he might have been better trying to take the blue here to get near that 3 ball, unless he thinks he can cut the 3 in from this side. Well, I think he would have been far better going for the blue to try and drop behind the red, but maybe he's going to, well, I think he's going either for a very thin cut or a double. Not quite sure. I think it's a double he's trying to play. Well, that's probably that. I don't know whether this is this a challenge room? I'm not even sure whether it is or it isn't. I haven't a clue. I just went into it. Yeah, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Maybe it's better waiting to see if the actual tournament is started before I then have a live stream kick in. Yeah, that's him off. So that's the end of that. FTD, I'll say that again. FTW's had enough. And I'm looking around to see what else is on. Not a lot. There's no tournament. Those are all locked rooms. And wait a minute, what the hell Spectre doing playing? Oh, Slim's in that room, Bill's in that room. Let's go in there then. So, Bill, what game is this they're playing? Is it just 9-ball? So we've got Bill, One Pocket Slim. We have Spectre Don and somebody called Pro Joe VIP, a Mexican, in the room. Suddenly I want to fall asleep, as is known to happen. So anybody who stumbles across this live stream will very quickly realise that you aren't watching straight pool. That's because there was supposed to be a straight pool tournament, but there wasn't enough players in it, so it was cancelled. So I'm now just trawling around the rooms to see what's on. What, are you two going to have a match? Clue. Hugh has to get a what? Get a clue first and read his chat. I'm reading the chat. My eyes are barely open, but I'm reading the chat. Well, Slim can't be playing any straight pool match because he's in this bloody room I'm streaming at the moment. So he's not in any straight pool match. And he's just about to start playing Bill in this challenge room. No, he's not. It's Projo VIP that's playing. Or what is it? Is it Piojo? Piojo. I thought it was Projo. Piojo VIP. Well, there's one Mexican that got through the wall because he's playing in VP4. There's a non-politically correct statement made there. Bill's showing a few rough edges. All right, they set a room up then. Oh, let's have a wee look. Let's have a look. What did he say there? Well, that's handy, putting that in the stream, isn't it? Well, that's a foul break because not enough balls got to a rail. So these guys are playing in a race to 150. Coldest Pillows having another go. I'm not sure that was legal either, was it? It was legal this time. So we do have a straight pool match. Now, these pockets are normal pocket settings, not narrow like most game types are played on in Virtual Pool 4. But the Straight Pool Virtual World Championship that's on at the moment is being played to these settings. Presumably, I'm just asking him if jump queues are off. And the answer to that is I don't know. That means that they're, well, I'm not, I presume they are off. So Coldest Pillow is lined up for the hot seat match with Cobra next weekend, next Sunday. A week on Sunday is when they play to see who's going to get to the final of this year's event. While One Pocket Slim is battling it out on the one loss side, trying to survive. So this is good practice for both of them, trying to keep their eye in. Well, 15 ball should be the ball. Now he's got to make sure he gets on this 8 ball to come away from it clean, which he can do, I think. He can just get enough of this 8 ball. And that needs to stop. It needs to stop going. Again, there is an angle. And the cue ball's running loose. But it's good. Enough there to be getting on with. Now that ball at the top of the pack clearly is a ball that can let you do some damage to what's sitting there behind them. We've now got a ball in the middle of the table, the 3 ball, but at some point you want to be, well, you can pick off the 14 and then pick off the 13. And if you're in the right angle, which he isn't, he could have bumped these balls into play. Ended up just going too far the wrong side. Had he been there, he'd have been perfect on that 13. And that's a lot better. That can at least get a brush in the 6 ball. And now they're all open. The only problem ball then is that 7 ball. Now, the presumption I'm making here is, or the assumption I should say that I'm making here is that that 11 ball, where it's sitting, may well be the nominated break ball at the moment. It could also be the 4. So there is the 1 ball to get to either or here, which is more than likely going to be the 3. Unless he's going to get rid of 1 ball to leave the break ball. Well, now he's taking this one, so this is not, it's not making life so easy. Got to control the speed in the cue ball. Again, it's just straightening out a bit more, but the angle's certainly good enough. And a softish controlled break. And on a shot. Well, took a risk there. And that's what happens when you take a risk. He's now got himself in an awkward spot. And whatever he does, he's going to be hampered over these balls to pot that 3 up into the far corner. Which he comfortably gets. The run goes to 31. Well, there's an ambitious 3 ball combo there. 11 ball is tight. It certainly goes into this corner, no problem. Well, again, he's beginning to run out of things to pot here before he gets himself in trouble. Yeah, and again, this, you always just get this feeling that this is just about to go wrong. And now he's back in play. That is very tight to the pack, that 5 ball, as a break ball. Although you could use the 6 to go into the back of the triangle. So we're about to find out if that's going to be the case. So a nice high angle in this 6 ball, but this cue ball's got to hit the corner of that pack. And it hit the right side corner, and look at the way these have spread. That's perfect. They have spread beautifully. Bailout balls down the table here, they can be dealt with at some point. 8 ball over the side. But we've also got a break ball in place. So all the hard work's been done with one shot there. We've got, well, a couple of break balls if you want to count the 11 as well, but the 9 ball looks ideal. So this is very good shape. The run is 44. So Slim is getting himself in the groove. And no sooner have I said that. Now, was that a missed call? Or did the proper ball go in? I think the proper ball that he played went in. So the 9 ball looks as if it may well be the ball. As a breakout ball. Slight problem on the right side of the table. Although I think that 5 ball certainly will go into the side, but it's just a problem area where the 2 is to get and deal with these balls here. You've got to be careful. I can get rid of either or here. But definitely got to get rid of that 5 ball out the way. And we're now getting down to the critical last few balls to get ideally onto that break shot ball, the 9 ball. And now it should be ideal. He's going to just have to either run through far enough. He's going to be further away than he would like, but that's the only way he's going to get the angle. It doesn't look ideal. It's a bit straightish still. Yeah, has he got anything? Yes, he does. He's got the 7, and he'll should be trying. Well, I don't know whether he's going to chip the 10, but he's certainly going to try and do some damage, I would think. Yeah, he couldn't avoid the 10. Where's the cue ball going to end up? He's got a 3 ball as a bailout. The 10 ball as a bailout. So he's still okay. But running out of opportunities here very quickly. And he's too sharp a cut in this. He's trying to hold for the 15. He's ended up too straight on it. He would have liked an angle there just to run into these and open them up. So, again, like I said, when you don't get that shape, you very quickly are running out of opportunities and options. And now he's running away from the pack. And he's got to be very careful with this one that he's going to leave himself a shot. At worst, he could leave a bank, but I'm assuming he's trying to get a shot in the 14. Now he might be playing this with check to try and get into the pack or come around the 2 rails, leave the angle in the 4. And that looks pretty good. Well, that ball's come back into the stack. It is at the bottom of the stack. And it's loose. It's got no path to the pocket, though, at that side with the 8 and the 12 bulb in there. But that takes care of that problem and has also nudged out the 11 as a break ball, so that's perfect. And the run goes to 66. Now, that's a straight pool tournament that was supposed to be streaming. Let me just go to the stats here and do a quick check on Slim, because I think he's probably reaching his high run there in straight pool right now. Well, he's just beaten it. His high run, his longest run was 55, which, sorry, Coldest Pillow saying it's Coldest Pillow. Well, that must be out of sync again because it's one pocket Slim in my screen. Let me leave the room. Yeah, I've been out of sync for 70 points. You got to laugh. Oh, there's me praising one pocket Slim, thinking he'd got his high run. But I've been out of sync for all of that run. Oh, I take it all back. I ain't apologising to Coldest Pillow because that's not my fault I'm out of sync. That's the bloody game's fault. But so far, I have to say that Coldest Pillow's actually got himself in pretty good shape for these break shots, which was the one big criticism I had in his last match that I streamed. Yeah, I've been sitting watching that thinking it was you, Slim. And that's twice earlier tonight. Well, I don't think was out of sync earlier tonight, but I mean, you've got no clue that you're out of sync. But this game has had that bug in it for a long, long time. It's been there right from day one. It's definitely some bug in the system that puts you out of sync. as a spectator especially, of course. Well, in that case then, what I need to do is check this. Well, Coldest Pillows now got his high run. His high run was 57. So that's now been beaten. And a quick look. Well, this is getting to be a slightly more critical situation here because this table's not good at this end. And there's a bit of bumping needing done. And he's missed the pot and he's missed the stack. And the run ends on 77, but that will be his new high run in VP4 straight pool, which is still a nice little achievement. He would have liked it to have been 3 figures, but you know, that's how rough it gets. It was not a pretty setup he had, but nevertheless, it helps his straight pool stats. So now it definitely is one pocket slim at the table. He's definitely on -1 at the moment. And one pocket slim is going to do it in single figures, I think. Well, that was short and sweet. Rapidly going downhill. Now, what the hell's happening here? Well, again, we've not got anything remotely near a conventional break ball with this setup. So it looks like it's going to be the cut in the 7 ball from the middle of the table and try and get into the side of the stack. Well, maybe he was hoping that 8 ball was going to go in as well. Well, this is back to Coldest Pillow's old problem of playing break shots from a mile away when he should be half that distance at least. So that's probably proof of why it well, he's got a ball out. I mean, he didn't really have much of an option here to get much closer, but he's got a ball out, and that's all that matters. Now he's trying acrobatics. I really wanted that to run that side of the 4 so he could do some damage. And if he goes forward, he might run into that 10 ball in the rail and not do much damage at all unless he spotted something that I've missed. Well, he's going to cut the 10 and have a bump. And well, I think if he goes through just on the 11 there, he can still pot that 15 up table and get a bump. Well, he's trying to get a bump from there. Well, I think if he'd played the 15 up the table, he could have moved these 3 balls if he had the right angle. As it is, they remain there. They're not set anywhere. So he's going to be in a bit of bother here if he doesn't leave that angle in the 3. And he's almost going too straight on it. He's got a slight angle, so he should have enough there to get the hit. And that's dealt with that. And it's also pushed the 5 ball up as a break ball if he wants it. I think he's desperately trying to hold for the 9 ball there to get rid of it. And I'm not sure whether he has done. Yes, he has. He's just got enough of it. The 13, of course. Or is that the 13 or is it the 12? It's the 13. It's the blocking ball for the 5. Now, he can roll. Well, if he kills the 6 ball in and holds the cue ball, he's going to have a tight cut on that 13 unless he banks it. Yeah, this is a dodgy little cut. Cue ball's going to be running the 2 rails. And that just needs to slow up. So the run is 20. The break is good. Balls are in play. One isolated, one down at this end of the table where we are looking from. And again, he's good to go. Rapidly approaching 3 figures. The run is 21. The total is 98. The match goal is 150. So the question to ask is will Slim get back to 0? Well, I know what I'm going to do after this. I'm heading for a cup of tea. I've had nothing but coffee all day, and I'm gasping for a cup of tea. And that's what I'm going to have. And this is the only time during the day I'm going to have a look at the TV. I'll put the kettle on, switch the TV on, flick through the channels, have a look at some of the trash that's on the TV, have a cup of tea, maybe have a second cup of tea, and then the TV goes off and I never go near it again. There's very little interest me in the TV nowadays. I actually get more enjoyment trawling through YouTube for my entertainment than I do watching what's on the television. So again, we're heading to the critical point in every rack and straight pool. We're getting down to these last few balls where you're looking for that pattern to get you to that penultimate ball that makes it easy and comfortable to get yourself set to the break ball. Clearly, it's going to be either off that 8 or the 14 to get to the 4. So this is just going to be a little drawback into that line. That'll give a nice angle into the side of the pack. Well, he's got the bailout ball again. A couple of bailout balls, as a matter of fact. Now the 8 ball does go, but he's now created a problem there by that nudge of the 9. And well, once again, you know exactly what you have to do because you're working in a tight spot. And every time you don't quite get that angle on the next ball, then you end up running out of options to deal with this issue. And that unnecessary bump that he couldn't probably prevent, incidentally, but it's actually made matters worse there. And now he's got the hit, and now he's got the problem solved. So these all, again, just have to be picked off in the right order. In terms of break balls, he's not really got anything handy. Not really. That one's in the pack there, that ball. What one is it? The 11 ball. So this is going to be a bit of a headache, this rack. But Coldest Pillow is rapidly approaching the finishing line here. He needs another 30 balls, so clearly he needs the remainder of these. And the next rack. And another one as well, I think, after that. Well, let me try. I can't do mental arithmetic at this time of night. What's left in the table? 4 balls left in the table is 122, so that's 126. He'll still then need another 24 after that, so that's 2 racks. So he needs another 2 racks of balls. Another 2 break shots. Has he got enough angle there to work with? Well, yes, he did. Is he going to get any sort of nudge and a glance? He needs a glance to give him half a chance here. And that's all he's got. He's got a bank on the 8 ball, a very, very crazy thin cut in the 8 ball, which I think is far too thin. He seems to think he can cut that, but my eyes tell me it's very, very thin. Well, he's got the hit. Where's the cue ball? Ended up right in the middle of the pack, and they've broken beautifully. One slight problem, those 2 balls. I don't think they should be that difficult to deal with. So, Coldest Pillow has had, well, he's about to break his original high run for the second time tonight. His high run was, 55 initially, and he's most certainly going to beat it again for the second time. And the 10 ball will do as the break ball. That's perfect. So that will be the end of our live stream. We didn't get the straight pool tournament as expected, because apparently not enough players signed up for it, but we did have a match, which provided Coldest Pillow can land plumb on this 10 ball for the break shot, he should be home and dry. So one more good break, and he will take care of business. The run is 62. And he is good to continue. So 10 more balls needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you've got to start thinking about it. So he's going to need something out of that stack of balls. He might try a bump off this 7 ball right now, because he was always going to have a shot into the right corner. I don't know that he's really improved the situation a great deal, but if he can get this side onto that 1 ball, that would certainly do more. But really, there's not an awful lot more nudging needed. It's just a case of the pattern of the balls. As long as you clear the blocking balls, everything will fall into place. So he needs 5 more points. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're all there. This is as good as done. And One Pocket Slim is already signed up for the Cowboy tournament that starts at 1/2 the hour. But I won't be there to see that, because I'm gone for the night. So Coldest Pillow needs 3 more points. And this has been quite impressive. And this is the type of form you need to have if you're going to take on Cobra, which you will do a week on Sunday in the hot seat match for this year's virtual straight pool world championship. Well, that camera went weird there. So that is it. A very convincing win there for Coldest Pillow. And another new high run of 73, I think, this time. That's it, folks. No, I'm not wanting to do that. That is it. It was short and sweet. Thanks for watching. And I will bid you good night.